Superhero plan, stage 3, day 1, getting it started with legs. And of course, we're starting with the mightiest of all leg exercises, that being the squat. This is obviously an excellent exercise to develop the legs, and I'm out of breath.
Squats, huge compound movement. Takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of strength, especially when you're going up in weight. And in this case, we're gonna be going up in weight each set for a pyramiding set. So first set, 12 reps, next set 10, 2 sets after that, 8 reps, and then for the final one, on the final set, I should say, we're gonna do a drop set. So very intense. It's gonna take a lot out of us on this first exercise. Whew, but that's just the beginning.
With the last stage, it was the endurance, so it was more of a focus on circuit training, going from exercise to exercise to exercise with little to no rest in between. This stage is gonna be more the classic hypertrophy. So we're gonna be sticking between 12 to 8 reps. We're gonna be doing around 4 sets. Our rest times are, depending on the exercise, for instance, something such as the big compounds like squats will take up to 90 seconds of rest. And for the isolation exercises, we'll be doing about 30 to 60 seconds. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of supersets in this stage as well. So you're gonna be doing one exercise, immediately follow up to the next one, and then you'll have a little rest time in between. So by this stage, you should be feeling pretty damn good, but this one's gonna push you even harder. I know it's pushing us, it's pretty damn tough, but we are reaping the benefits, and you will too. Hydrate and take those rest times because you're gonna need them. Okay. We're off to a start. Is it a good start? Is it a bad start? I don't know, it's a start. Walking lunges, supersetted with Romanian deadlifts, doing 20 total steps with walking lunges, and then immediately following with 10 reps on the Romanian deadlifts. So, walking lunges are we have a love-hate relationship with them. We hate when we're doing them, we love when we're finished with them, and we love the benefits. So even though this is damn hard, I love this shit. Yeah.
So with the walking lunges supersetted with the Romanian deadlifts, so there's a few major functions that are going on in these two exercises. And with the walking lunges, mainly it's going to be extension of the hip and the femur there. And that's mainly going to be targeting not only the gluteus maximus, but also a little bit in the hamstring. And of course, when you're extending at the knee, that's gonna be hitting your quads. So a lot of glutes, a lot of quads, a little bit in the hamstrings for the walking lunges, and then immediately followed with the Romanian deadlifts, which is mainly focusing on that hip extension, which of course is also going to be hitting the gluteus maximus and the hamstrings. So a lot of work in these two exercises, especially when they're paired back to back. With the walking lunges, like Hudson was saying, love-hate relationship. Mainly the hate it comes from being just so difficult to do. It wins you, it takes a lot of effort. Obviously the forward motion and the pressing and all this kind of thing that's happening within your legs and holding the dumbbells to your upper body, and then immediately of course supersetting with the Romanian deadlifts. It's a lot, but damn, is it effective. So these two pairings are pretty awesome to pair up together because they really work well together. And of course, something like we did immediately following a big heavy compound movement like squats, this seems even more difficult. So that's one good thing, is like Hudson said, after they're done, you feel good because you're gonna look good as well. That is tough. I really love the Romanian deadlifts because when you get down in that stretch position, really feel the deep stretch in the hamstrings, and you can almost kind of imagine or feel the hamstrings kind of pulling your upper body back in that top position. And to get a little bit more engagement in your glutes at that top position, the full extension, push your hips against the bar and really squeeze your glutes. That'll definitely get it fired up real quick.
Barbell hack squats, supersetted with glute bridges. So with the barbell hack squats, we're focusing on the quads. With the glute bridges, we're focusing on the glutes, as it says in the name. And we're getting it all done today. So that's really what you want to try to do, is keep that well-rounded workout routine so you're not neglecting anything else.
So with the barbell hack squats, it's a bit of a peculiar exercise. Not everyone might be familiar with an exercise like this. What it's essentially doing is trying to target the quad muscles. And on the program that we're doing, the superhero program, we tried to leave out a lot of the machines. Not everyone you know, has machines available, like let's say leg extension machines to really try to target the quadriceps. So the barbell hack squat is kind of a good variation in a good way to help target the quads that way. Because as you'll see in this exercise, the barbell is placed behind you and you're essentially doing a squat while holding the barbell you know, around your hamstring level. It's almost like a reverse deadlift, or at least it looks like it. But once you get in the top position, you're really only lowering it down to where your hip crease is just about the level of your knee, and then you're extending to that top position. Now, the quadriceps are gonna be engaged quite a bit because they're counterbalancing the weight because it is behind you, so they're gonna have to engage a little bit more. And of course, it is working in knee extension, which is one of the main movements for the quads, a little bit in hip extension. So you might feel a little bit in the glutes, but due to the positioning of the barbell, not a lot, not something like a typical deadlift would be. Of course, after the barbell hack squat, we're moving on to glute bridges, and like Hudson was saying, it's all about the glutes on that one. A lot of hip extension, a little bit in the knee extension, but not a lot. So you shouldn't feel it in your quads very much, although you might feel a little bit more engagement just because they're almost kind of like pre-exhausted from the barbell hack squats. But if you do feel it in the hamstrings on the glute bridges, that's okay, because the hamstrings, of course, are involved in hip extension as well. So if you do feel them tightening up, that's okay. But in order to feel a little bit more in the glutes, what you want to do is when you get in that full extension, that full bridge position, really squeeze your glutes and also kind of externally rotate your knees, kind of push them out and kind of pull your hips in, and you should feel a lot of engagement in your glutes. So there we go, those are the two exercises, and damn, do they work. And as you'll notice too, we have some plates here that go under the heels, and that's mainly just to alleviate some of the tightness that can be in your hamstrings or calves. So if you do have a problem getting down into proper position on the barbell hack squats, just put some plates under your heels and you should be good to go.
On to the most exciting exercise in the world, seated calf raises. Okay, visually it's not mind-blowing, but it's definitely something you need to be doing because you can't forget the calves. And we switched it up a little bit for you this time because on the final set, it's gonna be a drop set. So you'll perform 10 repetitions, and then when you're finished with that, you're gonna take the weight which you have on your calf raise machine. You just go ahead and throw it straight off. Oh, and then 10 more reps. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna be sitting here for a while, like the next 8 or 9 hours. At 20 reps, you can feel free to play the Never Ending Story theme song as you're performing this exercise. I don't know what's gonna be struggling with more, your grip or your core. I would say it's kind of a combination of two, but regardless, excellent exercise for the core, and you get some of that grip strength in there, which is awesome. Stage 3, day 1 is in the books.
Oh yeah, and it felt pretty damn good. It's nice to get legs out of the way first.
I agree. The big battle is over with. Now the rest of the week is just fun. So we'll see you again for day 2. We're gonna be hitting chest and back. Till next time, stay buff.